Hello everyone, welcome to Laratips. In today's video, we'll be looking at 3 new things that are added to Laravel version 9.8.0 and 9.8.1. The first thing that has been added is this handling of object being passed to the old method. I am currently here in the home page of Laratips.test website, and for now let us consider that this is the user edit page. So let me go to the home controller and let me pass here user find one like this, and inside the view, if I wanted to show name of that user here in this input, if I just show you inside this X input, then it is just a normal input HTML tag. Then I could just do value and old name user name like this. And you might already know that this old helps us to show the old values of the form whenever we submit that form and the validation is failed. The second parameter is the default value to this old, and if the value of the old name is null, then it will just show this default value. I'll just come here and refresh. Then you can see here this user name. This is coming from the database. Now here, the thing that has been added is that we don't need to pass this name over here. It will automatically use this first parameter as a property of this user by default. Now if I come here again and refresh, then it will show me the same thing, and just if I write here names and refresh here, then I'll not see that. And again, if I come here and write the name and refresh, then I'll see that name of the user. So this is just a convenience feature that is added to the Laravel in many things. If we pass a model, then it will automatically take its properties like ID, or in case of the route model binding, it will take the name of the binded route name. So similar to that feature, this thing is added now. The second thing that has been added is this allow to use the custom log label in the exception handler reporting. For that, I have to create a new exception, PHP artisan make exception, let's say critical exception. Let me open this critical exception and it will look like this, and will not write anything over here. Now let me go to that home controller over here, and I'll throw new critical exception like this. And let me show you here in the laravel.log, we don't have anything. Now if I come here and refresh the page, we can see that exception being thrown over here. And if I come here in the laravel.log file, then we can see here this local.error, which means that it will log that exception to the laravel.log file with the error label. And if I just take you to that logging.php file, which is inside this config, and we have different labels. We have this debug label, we have critical label, and if you go and look in the Laravel documentation and see, there are different labels of logging, but by default it will do error label of logging. But let's say we want critical label whenever we throw that exception, then we couldn't do that before. Now we can do it. So let me just remove this, and this is the critical exception. I have to go here in the exception handler, which is inside this app exceptions folder, and there is this new property added over here, which is this labels. I'll just copy this and come here and paste it over here, and now here we can just write the name of that class for which we want a different label. So I'll say here critical exception class, and here I'll do log label, this one. I have imported this over here, log label and critical like this. And if I just show you here inside, we have these labels in the Laravel log. Okay, so whenever we throw this exception, then it will be logged as critical. And if I come here and again refresh, the exception is thrown again, but if we come here in laravel.log file, then it is logged as critical log label. And this thing will be very helpful for us. Suppose let's say you are automatically sending Slack notification whenever the log label is critical. Then if we throw that exception, then it will automatically send the Slack notification to whomever you have set up. Now let us move to the third thing that has been added, which is this discover anonymous blade component, and this is a huge addition, guys. because previously we could only use the anonymous components if they were inside the components folder, but now we can register any folder as the parent or the main directory for the anonymous components. Let me show you that. So here, before, if we had to write any components, then we had to write it inside this components folder, and you already saw one component here in this welcome. This is x-label. This label is inside this, so we were able to write it like this. Let me remove that exception from here. Now let us create a admin folder inside this views, admin/components, and let's say alert.blade.php. In order to access this as anonymous component, we have to register it in our app service provider. And let me just copy this from here and paste it over here like this. The first parameter is path, and it must be from this resources views folder. After this views folder, we have admin/components, and the second parameter is how we want to access it as an anonymous component. We'll say here admin like this. Now if I come here in the welcome, then I can access it like this. I have to do here like this, x-admin. This is the name that we have written over here, and after this we have to write here : and after that whatever the name of the blade file that we have over here, alert like this, and here let's say alert from admin. And now if I come here and refresh the page, then we can see here alert from admin. And not only this, but we can also make some subfolders inside it. Let's say card title.blade.php. This is inside this card folder. Let's say card title over here, and now here in the welcome we can access it like this, x-admin is up to over here, and then we can say card and dot card title. If I again come here and refresh, then we will see here card title. And in my view, this is the very huge feature that has been added, and I really love it. And what do you think about this feature? Let me know in the comment section below.